Okay, so what you're looking at here is a personalized results page for a off-the-beaten-track travel recommender that could be used by a travel agency. So I'm going to flick through it here, and then before we go into it in any more detail, I'm going to take a step back and explain how this was built in Flint. So we're going to start by going over to Flint. And all Flint tools essentially have 5 core components. A landing page, which is there to manage the expectations to the end user and tell them what they're about to receive and convince them that this is going to be a useful experience for them. Then some questions, where we use a combination of text input, multiple choice, sliders, etc., or even uploading of a file or a photo to gather some information from the end user. So in this case, we're asking where will they be traveling from, how far do they want to fly, how long do they want their trip to be, when do they want their trip to be, what type of holiday they're looking for, etc., etc. We then take those responses from the user answering those questions to populate some logic. So first thing we have here is a knowledge base. So we created a Google Sheet, which has a list of destinations and a description of different experiences you can have at those destinations. So whenever the AI is asked to return something, it's asked to reference that information before returning it. And then the AI logic is where the magic happens. So we have a high-level prompt where we explain that you're a road less traveled travel guide, and you're going to be providing advice to a user who's giving you the following information. So this is where we reference the answers that the end user provided. And then we are going to define some outputs. So we've got trip headline, trip subheadline, matching score, match reason, destination name, etc. If we take a slightly more sophisticated one, we have itinerary here, which is a collection, so it's going to return 4 different responses. If we go down to that here, itinerary, there are 4 responses, and within each response it's got title, body, and icon. So once we've got a logic set up, we then have to define our capture page, which is basically what information are we going to ask from the user as kind of the gate or the payment before they can receive the results. So in this case, we've got capture turned on, and we're going to ask just for their email and their name. And this is where you can add terms and conditions as well if you want to have marketing opt-in and that kind of thing. And then results page is the really nice thing where everything comes back together. Is we're basically going to reference different output variables that the AI generates in this results page. So here you can say we have top badge, which says your pick, and then it says headline is trip headline. So it's rendering whatever the response was for trip headline, and then for subheading, it's got this here. So when that all comes together, the end result looks like this. And here we have our results page. So flying from Heathrow, 14 days, want to be off the beaten track. Pretty hardcore, 4 out of 5. $3,000 per person, and then it's recommended Chiang Rai and Golden Triangle. It's explained why this trip is good for me, identified some hidden gems, described why November is a great time to visit this place, and then we have a breakdown of the itinerary, and some potential alternative recommendations, and a nice line-by-line breakdown of the costs, and then a call to action to go book that at whichever travel agency this tool belongs to. But if you would like us to build something similar for your business, then please give me a shout and we can spin something up. Cheers.